Sometimes when I look at marriages and relationship and I hear some stories and news about what people do, I tend to ask myself that, do people really have hearts? Like, do they have something inside of them that is beating? Because what you can wake up to do to your fellow human being that I see sometimes online can be ridiculous. Now, life, God Himself, I'm not trying to be religious, but I'm just saying that He Himself gave us a free choice. Like in life, you can decide to do whatever you want to do and all. But then, if you are the kind of person that you feel like, nah, I'm not a relationship kind of person, there are people like that. I'm not a relationship kind of person, I'm not a marriage kind of person. Just live your life and flex. It is way, way better. But then do not drag somebody into something with you and then you decide to do the person dirty. How are you going to live with that? Well, today's discussion will be talking about a pastor that has done something quite sad to himself, and it's really not a happy news, not a happy story, because I'm like, when I saw the story, I'm like, I need to call the person and ask that why. There are other ways to do this. Why? But then we wish him all the best, and may his soul rest in peace. But before we move on to today's discussion, kindly watch this video to the end to get the whole footage, because a lot is happening and this is one of the lot. Click on the subscription button and subscribe to our channel, and also on the notification button to get notified when we bring in more stories, because we have a lot to talk about and we have a lot to report about. And now let's move down to today's discussion. So, well, why everybody's having their normal day and their normal life and all, there was a report circulating online about a pastor named Pastor Prosper Obum Igboke. Yes, it's a 30-year-old pastor who has actually committed suicide. And suicide itself, according to the Bible, is actually a sin. But for it to get to this extent, man, it's really quite sad. For a pastor himself, what he's preaching against, he's actually doing it. So, well, according to the report and according to the story, he actually have a fiancé, or should I say girlfriend, or whosoever, I don't know the term to use, how well their relationship has gotten to. He actually, trained her to school, sent her to school, university and all. And then the said lady, some people can be really crazy, has come back to say, oh no, she can't get married to him. There's nothing they can call, which is the reason why I said, why are people these heartless? You can let him know that, somebody might decide to train you. You can be like, okay, this way you are training me, I can't get married to you. I've found somebody or have somebody. Why do you have to carry somebody, spending his money and, thinking that, wasting his time waiting for you, thinking that, once you are done with school and all, we get married and all. People in the comment section were like, okay, you should have, when you want to train somebody, marry the person and train. So what if you marry the person and the person comes back and be like, oh, this marriage can't work, I can't do it no more? You can't hold the person. It's against the law. You can't just tie somebody down and be like, this by fire by force. The person can file for divorce and that's it. It's just that the best thing is to just get somebody that is kind, that is good, that would look like, no, I can't do this to this particular person. So according to reports, after all of this happened, that the fiancé said, oh no, she cannot. After all he has done and all, he actually, jumped down from a 2-story building and has been confirmed dead. And not only that, he has actually been buried as well. So I do not know how the lady will be living with herself, knowing fully well that she's the cause of this man's death. Some of them, they be like, okay, I would marry you, and then they get to school and they let the whole pressure, or meet somebody in school, and then they no longer see their so-called fiancé or their boyfriend. They no longer love or feel like, oh, he's my type and all. When university is a different world in itself. It only take somebody that is well trained and somebody that has a God-fearing heart to overcome certain things. Even if you feel like the man has some things that made you not want to marry him, you could do that, tell him, or withdraw from the start, rather than get into this stage and you're like. But I don't know. That's all the updates we have concerning the 30-year-old pastor that has committed suicide because his fiancé has refused to move on with him after training her through school. But we pray that his soul rest in peace and may God accept his soul and all. But the painful thing is, the lady moves on, life goes on. We don't know. But that's why we're drawing the curtain for today. If there's more updates, maybe peradventure the lady come out to give her own side of the story or so, I do not know. We'll definitely bring it to you. All you need to do is to click on your notification button to get notified when we drop new videos. Like this video, feel free to share and drop your comment if there's anything you have to say concerning this whole story, this whole saga. I know these are stories that are not new. A lot of people has gone through these. No, most didn't kill themselves, but there was even a time a boy, had to pour fuel on the girl and burn house. So it's a normal story, but people should just stop being heartless. I think that's just the word. Thank you for watching our channel. I will see you next time. Do have a wonderful day.